Absolutely. I'm so passionate about vintage fashion. I would love to give her pieces a second life. I actually adore...
You want my dead mom's clothes?
I normally don't spend money on clothes. I haven't bought any clothes in probably 8 years. The last time I bought underwear was 1998. I don't think I've ever bought socks. This is one of my undershirts that I've had since I was a child, pretty much. And I got these shorts on sale in 1999 for, I think it was $15. These are too wide now because the elastic kind of wore out over the years. So I take this binder clip and I clip it together and it fits fine. And these shorts have lasted me 13 years going on and hopefully more years. I store my toiletries in this box. I don't believe in paying for toiletries. I'm subscribed to many different mailing lists, and I also keep my eyes on freebie sites. Whenever I hear of any free sample offer that's for something that I would actually use, I would go and fill out a form. Here are some free samples of sanitary pads and tampons. And also, sometimes I go to some promotional events where freebies are being given out. Dental floss, contact lens solutions, toothbrushes, toothpastes, free samples of deodorants, free samples of razors. I'm a big fan of free samples. Maybe I'm an extreme sampler. I don't do laundry. You have to pay quite a bit in quarters, so whenever I have dirty clothes, I try to wash them while I'm showering. Today I'm using a free sample of detergent I got. Okay, I need to get detergent and bleach onto my clothes before I put them in the shower to soak. And once I'm done showering, then I lather up the clothes. I almost never do laundry. I think the last time I did laundry was maybe 3 years ago. And I start wringing out these clothes. I don't use the dryer. Not only does the dryer waste money, but it shrinks clothes and it wears clothes out faster. You can keep your clothes looking newer for longer if you don't dry them. Well, normally I would want to do maybe a load of laundry every other week. It costs like $3 to wash and dry clothes. Just save maybe $6 a month.
I've been an educator for 35 years. I have 2 PhDs, and I coach basketball. Hold up, time out. Somebody drop some change.
Why are you always picking up pennies?
I am tired of students who disregard the importance of money. So I'm gonna pick up every penny they drop on the floor. And by the end of the day, I got $2 or $3. No shame in my game. As you can see, I have a beautiful couch. I don't have a couch. What's that look like?
Terrence is so cheap, he doesn't want to spend money on anything.
Look above his head. He's so cheap, he won't even put a second coat of paint on the wall.
One coat is fine.
Here, you can still see the original color of the house.
It was $150
This is where you live.
for that bucket of paint. And I painted the whole house with that one bucket of paint. They said it should have been 3 buckets of paint. I saved $300 on paint alone.
People rarely come over, and it's kind of hard to entertain, especially when you don't have furniture.
We have to lay on the floor just to see TV.
You can see it perfectly from here. Look, you can sit in the chair and you can look at the TV. It's just fine.
I believe we have made enough money in this house to afford some furniture.
I have 2 children, Dyra Candell II and Terrence Candell Jr. This is my son's room.
I asked for a desk and a chair.
You got a chair?
I have a folding chair.
I got it from the school.
Exactly.
We're the ones who have to sacrifice. For him, it's easy, but for us, it's kind of hard.
Welcome to my lovely daughter's room. You can see she has all the amenities.
That's ready to fall down.
That's a beautiful desk.
He broke it, and as opposed to throwing it away, he sawed off the part that broke off and then gave it to her as a desk. How ridiculous is that?
It's in great shape. It cost me exactly $0.00. Cha-ching. This is my spot over here, what I call the man cave. They already had like a barbecuer that was right here. I thought, wow, I could probably save $500 or $600 by not buying a desk. strange people who come into your house and they use your hand towels and you gotta wash them. Way too much money. No, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the electronic hand towel dispenser. That towel dispenser dispenses at about a rate of 5 cents a week.
He is so cheap. My husband has quite a wardrobe. Most of it is as old as our kids. He just won't go out and buy new clothes. Come on, this shirt has had it. I mean, look at the collar. It's like, I'm done, I'm dead.
If I need a shirt, then I'll borrow it from my son. This is my son's shirt. It looks good on me.
It's a constant battle.
Look at that. This is how people literally have to ring the doorbell. This doesn't make any sense.
In terms of how much I've saved on keeping things the way they are and necessities only, I have saved upwards of $45,000.
Here we are in my kitchen, basic refrigerator. Show you one of the many ways that I save money. You'll notice the cherries have no stems on them. I pull them all off before I weigh them, so I don't have to pay for the stems, because you can't eat the stems. And these are grapes, which I do the same thing for. I pull the little vines off, save 4 or 5 cents each time. Tastes delicious. What I'm doing here is taking a piece of banana. Most people don't know that it makes an excellent device for shining your shoes with.
My husband tries to stop me from spending. It's very annoying.
This is my frozen assets. We have a credit card, but try not to abuse it. I freeze the credit card so that it's not easily accessible. And what I'm doing is thawing out the ice. And it's a lot of effort, so in order for my wife to use it, she has to put some labor into it. These are my paper towels that have been used and reused and reused and reused, and are still quite functional, as you see. I save about $100 a year in paper towels alone. Coffee is very expensive, so instead of using it freely, I kind of reuse it. This one's gotten 3 or 4 cups out of it already, but I'm still not done with it yet. I have one more final use for it. Window cleaner costs probably around $3 a spray bottle. Well, I don't purchase it. I make my own out of the coffee ground. I shake it up. Although it appears to be dirty, you will see how clean it can get a window. I'm saving an additional $3 every month or so, which adds up to maybe $40, $50 a year. Clear as daylight.
It's very important for me to keep everything covered with plastic because I want to try to keep that resale value intact when I try to sell the house.
4 years ago, locomotive engineer Todd Moriarty covered nearly his entire house in protective wrapping. He's lived this way ever since.
People laugh. I mean, they come into my garage, they come into my house, they're like, you know, what are you, the bubble boy? They can laugh, I don't care. I'm laughing all the way to the bank when I sell this baby.
By sacrificing comfort for savings, Todd estimates he's able to save nearly 95% of his $90,000 annual salary, spending only $4,500 per year on necessities.
When I bought the house, it came with an electric garage door opener, but you know what? I disconnected. I thought, you know, why pay all this money? If I kept that thing running every day, it would cost me $1.20 per day, up to $438 a year. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Following his recent divorce, Todd plans to sell his home and hopes his extreme measures will pay off.
My ex-husband, Todd, is always constantly trying to save money. Every day, every hour, every minute. It's always on his mind. It's part of who he is. I love Todd, and we're friends to this day, but I will have to say that his cheap ways and cheap habits and quirks were a factor in us getting a divorce. One of the habits he has is collecting bottles. Todd will collect bottles and cans anywhere, anytime. And he doesn't even care, like, what's in it. Yeah, it's gross.
I mean, people just throw these things away like it's just trash, but I see money laying around. I see dimes all over the place.
One time we were driving and he stopped on the highway because he saw a bottle on the highway.
On a weekly basis, I would say I probably find about 200 to 300 pop bottles and cans around the city. So, yeah, I mean, it adds up.
Todd and I met on an online dating service. Todd was not paying for it and I was paying for it. Red flags. I realized pretty quickly that he was different from anyone else I had dated before. One Christmas, Todd bought me Doritos and chocolate chips for Christmas. And I cried. Hard.
I think my habits did get to her after a while. She would sometimes joke and say that she was on the crazy train. You know, pun intended, since I drive trains, she got off the crazy train. But I'm running the trains, I'm going straight down the track, and I can do whatever I want.
Penny pincher Kelly Watson and her husband Richard live in an upper-middle-class Chicago suburb. And in order to pocket an extra $800 a month, Kelly has decided to close her Pilates studio and relocate it to her home.
I'm going to need smaller equipment, and I'm definitely going to have to fix that hole in the ceiling.
Right there is where this son of a gun is going.
I think if my mom's gonna teach a Pilates class in the house, she needs to make sure that the clients feel comfortable and safe.
How you doing? Doing well.
Do you have any wheels?
For this?
No, for something else.
Okay, front and back?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Pilates is so expensive to equip a home studio. Ooh, I like these. To do it well, to do it right.
May I ask, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm thinking of using this for Pilates equipment.
Ah.
Do you have any inner tubes?
When she started doing the funny things with the wheels, that I absolutely had no idea what you were thinking about.
Now this could be good.
It was strange.
This actually would work. How much are these?
You're looking at $30 for a front wheel, $45 for the rear.
Do you have anything cheaper?
Cheaper. I've got something, I believe. Best probably follow me.
Okay.
Well, we have a few other wheels here, ready to see the scrapyard.
Oh, this is perfect size.
Another 27.
Oh, that's a little large. Oh, this is
There's a
great.
20-inch there.
How much for these 2 wheels and all those tubes?
They're yours.
Seriously?
Seriously.
You mean I can just have them?
You can have them. My blessing.
Oh, that's so great.
Getting material without paying for it, you know, not stealing, of course, is fantastic. It's the dream score.
Aren't you glad we came into your store?
If you can recycle, that's great. Nothing in my pocket, but a little garbage out the back door at no cost to me.
I have everything I need for this Pilates class. I have weights, I have bands. It'll be great. Wendy,
hey, Kelly,
hi.
How are you?
Come on in.
Good, how are you?
Find a mat.
Okay.
Come in, come
Good
in.
to see
I'm
you.
so glad you
Thanks so much for having me.
Come in, find a mat.
I will do that. I noticed the patch job right away when I walked in. It looked pretty fresh.
Okay, so let's just start with the bands. And just like normal, put them underneath your arch. Really give yourself some resistance. So you know how we use the orbits in the studio? This is your orbit substitute. Hips forward, okay, you look great. Think you're connected, belly button to the center of the wheel. I think everybody had a great time and they got a really good workout.
This was such a bare bones workout, but you know, my muscles are quivering, and that's what Kelly always says, you get a good workout when you get the quivers. So I've got them, so it was good.
I think the equipment was really effective. I think everybody got a great workout with it.
Why are you going through our trash?
Well, this isn't the trash. This is what I've intercepted before you throw things away.
Well, you know, I had it all in the box so it'd be easy to carry out to the trash.
Right. Well, all this I'm probably going to take with me anyway. A couple of things I might be able to use.
Well, you know, you're welcome to anything that we don't need.
I'm probably going to use this in my projects.
Well, we'll definitely be over to see this invention of yours. I've never seen anything quite like that.
Rooting through his parents' house, Michael scores 50 feet of free tubing. But to find the other components he'll need, he's going scavenging.
Our yard sale is a dream because you can buy A to Z, and people are usually motivated to sell quickly and at a ridiculous price.
Every weekend, Michael wakes up at 5 a.m. to hit all the local yard sales, always on the hunt for the best bargains he can find.
This is your pump? Why are you selling it? Something wrong with it?
No, we just don't use it.
But it does work.
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay.
Nothing to go wrong with it. It's a hand pump. Tell you what, we'll let you have the pump for $4.
Okay.
No questions asked.
Okay.
You got a deal.
Thank you so much. At a garage sale, when I get a pretty good bargain, I do get a rush.
With a $4 pump and 50 feet of free hosing salvaged from his parents' house, plus some thrifty ingenuity, Michael is ready to construct the ultimate cheapskate irrigation system.
I think it will look a bit unusual. You know, not many people have external plumbing in their house. Well, hello.
Hey, Mike.
We just wanted to come see what you'd been doing over here.
Yeah, it's been quite a little project.
See what you've done with my hose.
Outside, I have the bucket that actually collects the rainwater. I've got it split off right here. One is going to the sink, and one is going to the washing machine in there. I'm gonna be pumping it onto this part of the house.
The purpose of this is?
Oh, it'd be to just be very penny pinching conscious, Mom. Like
normal?
Like you brought me up to be.
What if it doesn't rain? What are you gonna do?
Some of this water down toward her. Mom, I'm pumping.
Nothing in here yet.
It's not working. You're not pumping hard enough.
Nothing yet?
Nothing. Water!
Oh, wait a minute, here it comes.
Awesome, success! A lot of water.
You're getting now you're getting more water.
It's amazing how much water's coming out. Oh, it's coming right out.
You're getting some water now.
He's very thrifty, and he is a bit of a cheapskate. But I love him, and he comes up with great ideas.
If I want a drink, I make my own alcohol. One night at a bar, if you buy liquor and beers, it can run you up to $50 to $75 to $100 a night. All these ingredients here is now more than like $5. The sugar and the candy, it makes it really sweet and helps ferment it. If I go to the liquor store and buy real wine, that'll be about $15 to $20 or more. So I save a lot with doing this. Let it sit, room temperature, and there go the hooch. Hooch.
Barry has significantly trimmed down the $582 the average couple spends on alcohol each year. But it's actual food costs, which can eat up approximately 12% of a person's annual income, that he finds hard to swallow.
Do we want to go out to eat, or are we going to come back home? Because I know usually you don't like to go out when there's food in the fridge. How about we actually go out and eat?
All right, let's go and eat this.
But rather than going out to eat, Barry has discovered a way to go out and then eat.
It's gonna be good.
Driving for as little as 15 minutes can heat a car engine to temperatures of approximately 200 degrees, as hot as most stovetops. By cooking simple ingredients on the engine, he saves on home utilities like gas and electricity.
I'll cook that food on the car engine. Cooking eggs, sweetheart.
You know, I know Barry, and I know how he is, and I don't know why I expected something more than this.
These can get a little dingy now and then, so you want to just spruce them up a little bit. I only plant silk flowers in my yard because I do not have to take care of them. Real flowers die, and then you have to buy new ones and plant more. Artificial flowers save a lot of money. I'm an avid gardener who goes the whole year without spending anything on my garden because I don't use fertilizer or water.
I would never do it myself if I was on my own, but I like it.
I don't think my neighbors know my flowers are fake because they compliment how nice they look.
The flowers are very interesting. In the wintertime, I'll be out here shoveling snow and looking over, and we've got these bright yellow flowers in the middle of winter.
My garden has everything in it, even the whimsical things like bees and butterflies. My children love it.
Miniature golf, awesome. Mini golf?
Well, we kind of aren't interested in golfing today. I was wondering if you have any leftover green, like putting green. We have a little bit in our yard, and we are trying to save up enough to do our whole yard with it.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Let me see what we have, I guess.
Yeah, thanks. I figure they have 18 holes of green, and they have to have some scraps somewhere.
We're supposed to rip this one out in a couple of days. It's gonna be replaced.
Okay, let me look at it. Ooh, it's loose. Did the glue disintegrate?
Yeah, it's pretty, that's why it's the one that's getting replaced. You can see you wanted it, you can have it. You're gonna have to rip it out though, so.
I can do it today?
Yeah, I can help you if you want.
Oh, don't you get, my feet are hot.
I would love to see what it's gonna look like when it's done. I mean, it's different. I would never do it.
This is definitely the last time I'll have to do landscaping.
Have you?
Yep.
The brown carpet's working out, I think, very well. It's really easy just to cut a hole and stick the plant right through. That way, there's no place for weeds to grow up.
Yeah, this stuff is heavy.
The yard's gonna need a lot of work this week, finessing it, cleaning it, but for now, we're just getting it in place.
I like the maintenance-free aspect of it. You don't have to cut it. Maybe just once in a while you might have to sweep it. That's about it.
How are you guys? Good.
Pretty
It
good.
looks like a storm's coming, though.
Yeah, better hurry up.
Yeah.
I think their artificial landscaping looks a little bit tacky to me. I would have done their landscaping differently and not used miniature golf grass.
Some people spend over $1,500 a year on landscaping. We didn't spend barely anything. So far, it's going pretty good. Being cheap has become a way of life. I just consider it a hobby and a game, and it's fun. I don't ever want to stop being cheap.
At least they won't get muddy feet.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I heard your mother passed away. If you needed any assistance in taking care of her estate.
No.
Okay. I've been funeral tracking for almost 6 years. Funeral tracking is a way of procuring vintage clothes for free by searching the obituaries in the paper, then finding the right moment to approach the family and ask if they would be willing to donate their clothes to me in exchange for clearing them out of their house.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Lydia, and I recently heard about your mother's passing, and I was here to offer a service to you. And all that I ask for in return are a few key pieces from her wardrobe. I'm so passionate about vintage fashion. I would love to give her pieces a second life. I actually adore...
You want my dead mom's clothes?
A lot of people offer services that charge a ton of money to go through and catalog everything in your house, and I actually do that for free.
She loved fashion. She loved dressing up.
And so do I. I'm so passionate about it. I have a fashion blog where I share things with the world, and I love it. And
So all you want to do is go through stuff that I don't know what to do with anyway.
Right.
Be careful, the railing's a little loose.
Tip number 1 is to be prepared for the possibility of bugs. I always bring gloves.
Professional services can charge up to $10,000 to handle an estate. Through her funeral tracking efforts, Lydia helps the bereaved and saves herself thousands of dollars on quality vintage pieces.
Oh, what an amazing sequin dress. It's like a peacock. Stunning. I love everything about saving money on clothes. There is no wrong to saving money on clothes. Bye, Pat. Thank you so much.
Lydia definitely takes it to another level with her funeral tracking. Also, she doesn't have to buy clothes. I don't think that's normal, but for Lydia, that's, you know, just another day.